Hi, welcome again to Life Preparations with Dorcas. And today we're going to be talking about transitioning within the school system. So, when I'm talking about transitioning, I'm talking about moving from primary one to primary two, or moving from even primary school to secondary school, or from kindergarten to primary one, or even from JS1 to JS2, or junior secondary school to senior secondary school. So, within the school system, or even to university. So within the school system, there are different kinds of transitions. And guess what? They come with a lot of things. And I remember that for me, going to JS1, I had a lot of thoughts. Do I call them worry? I don't even know if they are worries, but I had a lot of concerns. Oh, how is this place going to be? Will it be nice? Will I be happy? Would I enjoy this place? I had a lot of questions. Guess what? I didn't ask anyone. It was all in my head. So now that we're learning, we're going to do things better. So if you are also transitioning, maybe from senior secondary school into the university or into a gap year, this is for you. You're going to learn one or two things. And if you're a parent and you need to support your child in moving from one class to the other, this is also for you. So let's move on. Number one, how do you guide and support somebody who is transitioning in the school system? First thing to do is know the expectations. Now, some children do not even know what would be expected of them or what they should expect in the new class. Now, daddy, mommy, uncle, auntie, or whatever position you are, it is now on you to know what the expectations are and then communicate them in a very nice way, in a way that the child understands that this thing is not as hard, is not as difficult, it's just that you're going higher. So what should you expect? A little more challenge, and then a little more time to study, and a little more, mental maths, just encourage them to know that this thing is not such a huge thing as they may be thinking, that there is an expectation. But once you and the child sit down and talk about these expectations, a lot of the times it makes it easy for the child. The person is going to be remembering that, oh, my dad said, oh, I'll have to take a little more time to study, or I may have some reduced television time. So it helps the child to know that, okay, I'm moving on and it's not going to be as hard as I thought it would be. Number two, what should you do? Address their concerns. Like I said, I had concerns, but I didn't, say them to anyone. But in this day and age where we, help our children to express themselves, it is also encouraged here that you talk to your child. They may have some anxiety. Some children may be transferring from one school to the other and they are wondering, oh, what about my friends? How do I make new friends? Oh, I'm used to my teacher, or I'm even relocating out of Nigeria because I am country in Nigeria. So a lot of people have moved out of Nigeria, they have relocated. Some children may have anxiety. What about my skin color? Now, parents, this is where you come in. You talk to them, you have those pep talks with them, you help them boost their self-confidence to know that their color is beautiful and that they can do it. This next class they are going to, or this new school that they are going to, is going to be fantastic. In fact, I would also suggest that you make them part of the process. Let them go the day you want to go and take a look at the school. After you've done everything, let them, after going one or two times, they can go with you, so that if they pick up something that they're a little uncomfortable with, once they begin to show that kind of concern, as a parent, you can come in, and where you can guide, you guide, where you need to counsel, you counsel, and all of that. I hope that this makes it, I hope that you understand this point I'm saying, because it's really, really important that your child goes in there with a lot of confidence. No, zero worries, please. It is super important. What else should you be doing? And this brings us to number three. Help them and guide them to make good friends and even new friends. So now the child may not even be moving to a new school. The child may be in the same school, but maybe the circle of friends the child has in that particular class, the child is tired of them and the child wants to change. It's not an issue. It is very, very okay. You need to teach your child the different ways to walk up to somebody and say, hi, my name is this. We're in the same class. I haven't been a friend to you, you're just my classmate, but I want to be your friend. It is super important that the child has the confidence, to walk up to somebody and say such a thing. Because if you walk up to me, you're in my class, we just say, and you say that to me, I'm really going to think that, oh, this person has studied me. And that is where you come in, parents. Guide your children if you're a parent here, or if you're an uncle or aunt. These are the things you can be doing for your nieces and nephew. Teach them how to make friends, how to observe people before they even decide what qualities should they be looking at in who should be their friend. So it is your duty to guide them to make good friends so that they don't get to that new place and they are so lonely, nobody to talk to. Before you know it, people begin to pick up on them and bully them. So that's where all those talks come in. Remember, I had said in the earlier point that you should let them tell you about their worries and concerns. So while you are doing that talk, you need to do all the pep talk of letting them know that they shouldn't be bullies, but they should not also be bullied. It is super, super important. You give them all the techniques that is important for them to learn. What else should you do? Number 4, encourage physical activity. Encourage your children to move while they're on the holiday or while they're in the process of transitioning. There's something that exercise does to your body. There's a release of dopamine, so it just helps your system. It helps them to get ready for that new place that they are moving to. Don't let them be potato couches just sitting down. Encourage them to move, even if it's to run around the compound or just take a walk with them. I do that with my son. I do take walks within the estate, and I encourage my son to go with me. And even the younger babies I have, and encourage them, put them on their stroller and we move. It is important. There's just something that walk does to you. It's super nice. And then sometimes you guys get to have conversations because your child is going to see something that may remind him or her about of the school, and then you guys can now talk about it. It is important. What else? Let's move on to number 6. Number 6, get the school calendar. So at the beginning, I know that most schools do give out calendars. Make sure that you get the school calendar so that you can adequately prepare. You know that open day is on so day, inter-house sports day is this month, this day. It now helps you to plan. If you work for yourself or you work for somebody or the government, whatever you do, you now know how to put it. It is super important that you are there when your child is having a presentation or whatever the school has asked parents to be there. It is so nice. For me, I like it when I see my parents. Have you seen children's faces just light up at the sight of daddy or mommy? I've gone for my son's karate, taekwondo, class, were asked to come because they were moving belts and all of that. It was such a beautiful thing to. As soon as I pretended I was going, my son was like, "Mom, are you going?" I said, "Yes, I have to go and do something and come back." So I truly did, but I came back. But did you see the way his face just lit up as he saw me? It was so beautiful to behold. So parents, do know the calendar and make out time to be there for whatever event the school has asked you to be there. It's just so nice. Your children appreciate it. They may not say it, but they do appreciate it, and it has a way of boosting their confidence. What else? Be aware of the school policies. Once you are aware, when they want to make reviews, because you have been informed and because you have always participated, you will always know when things are happening in school. If you are that absentee parent that you just drop off your child, even when it's PTA, you send house help or you send one random person that will, as much as you can. And that's why the earlier point is important, that you should get the school calendar. That would help you, to properly align whatever you need to align so that you are there for your child. What else should you be doing? Have a daily connection time with your child such that when they move to this new school, if there's something that is a bit of concern to them, they won't stuff it in, because there's a time you guys usually have to talk, maybe some pillow talk, or maybe while you're in the car driving back. Don't always ask how was your day. Most of the time they'll just tell you fine. So ask questions that will make them talk. Oh, so who did you play with today? Did anybody say something nice to you? Did you say something nice to somebody? Were you kind to anyone in class today? What was the most interesting thing that happened today in class? What about your teacher? Did she say anything funny, or did he do anything funny? Ask a lot of that would make them talk. Try to make it as open-ended as possible. not just, oh, did you do spelling, oh, what, like me, I do ask of friends, I ask of how they played. Just ask as many questions as possible. Just try to make it as open-ended as possible. That will help the child to really settle in, and that tells the child that you care about the progress that the child is making. So what else should we be looking at? Adequate rest. And this rest is super important, because even for me personally, it is hard for me when I am supposed to attend maybe a seminar or go to a new place and I haven't rested. Is I don't want, should I say I'm nervous. So it's the same thing for children. It's the same. We're all human beings. It's just that they're a bit younger, and we are there to guide. So let them rest, let them sleep properly a night before, have a good bath and sleep well, and make sure that a night before they are properly organized, and so they get to the school early. They don't get there late and they are now disrupted and disorganized. No, you don't want your child to feel that way on the first day of school, or especially when it's a new environment. No, 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 no. It's not something you really want for your child. What else should we be talking about? We should be talking about nutrition. Good nutrition, proper food. I'm not talking about packing fizzy drinks or all the sugary things in the world into your child's body. I mean, we all know what balanced diet is. I know sometimes these things can be hard, and depending on the country you are, it can be a bit tough, but please do your best to feed yourself the right things and feed your children the right things. Remember, they are mirroring you, they are seeing everything you're doing. So take out your time to feed them well. As you feed them well, they grow up to feed themselves well. Remember that food builds the body. Your children's body is still growing, their immune system is still being built up. So do the best you can to see that you feed them the right thing. Don't forget fruits and vegetables and a lot of water. Some children do not like to take water. Please encourage them. If you need to use a timer, if you need to even use a little reward system, please do, to encourage them to drink water and be properly hydrated. All of these things are super, super important. Last point we'll be talking about will be helping the children with the homework planner. Now, I'm not saying you should do their homework for them. No, I'm all for taking responsibility and getting the child to do his homework. But I'm saying help them. Some schools have a feedback system. They put you guys on this app, and so when your child has a homework, you already know. So that is already a planner for some schools do not have it. So there's a communication book that communicates to you that this one, this and this has been given to your child. So whatever system that the school is using, please don't forget to always check the planner, check your communication book. Sometimes they send you newsletters, sometimes they put you guys on WhatsApp group and put important announcements. Don't forget to check. Some schools use their website a lot. They put up some information there. Do take out your time to check, so that if there's anything that maybe the school expects you should know, you should actually know, so that at the end of the day, your child will not be feeling left out, or your child does not feel that this is my parents, they don't care. It's not a nice feeling at all. So take out your time and check out the homework. Different schools have different ways of giving homework. Some schools give children homework daily, some maybe 3 times a week, some at the end of the week. So whatever, you should have found out how it is done in that new school or in the next class, because again, it varies from class to class as the children grow, because again, the way you're giving work in the university is not usually the same. So for whatever class your child is in, or if you are the student, know how the homework is being given and then plan to take out time to do it, so that you are at the end of the day moving on to that great success that you want to achieve. So thank you for watching today's video. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like this video, share to parents, uncles, aunties, as many people as you can find. There's this thing my dad used to say. He used to say that it takes a community, and that by saying community, he means he takes a whole village to raise a child. Your school is part of the village. Your home is part of the village. Neighbors part of the village. It takes a whole lot to raise a child. So Don't forget to appreciate the teachers, appreciate yourself, appreciate the child for even putting in the work. Yes, everybody needs to be appreciated. So thank you for watching, and share, share, share. Don't forget to click on that notification button so that once we drop a new video, you know about it. Once again, thank you for watching and keep enjoying our school series. Don't forget, we have a lot of series to come up on this channel. Have a nice time.